this podcast isn't just for business owners,
Right.
but say whether you have a business and you're trying to grow it, whether you have just started a business or want to start a business and you want to see it grow, whether you're in somebody else's business and you want it to grow, whether you have a marriage and you want it to grow, whatever it is,
yes.
you have to know that it's possible that growth can happen.
Yeah.
If you pre-decide, I can't because of X, it'll never grow.
Yeah.
If you say my business could never, now there's too much competition, I'm in the wrong market, whatever it is, you could say all of these things to why you can't grow, and it's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Henry
You
Ford.
have to believe that it's possible for you to grow.
Yeah. Oh, we need like a Henry Ford, like, oh, go horn or something, because then we could quote him. We quote him a lot. But whether you think you
think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's a self-fulfilling belief.
and we say that quote all the time.
It's,
but dude, it's so good.
It was one of the first quotes in my life.
Yeah, he got it tattooed on his back, innit?
It's tattooed on my brain.
Oof. Very good. Well done. All right. Now, we like to lay things out for you guys. We also like to break down misconceptions. And Garrett talked about one right there that I want to make sure I break down. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, you need luck. You need luck to make your business go right. And I love the quote on luck that it's preparation meeting opportunity. The better you get, the more lucky you get, right?
And I believe it was Thomas Edison who said, I found that the harder I work, the
Yes,
luckier I got.
Yeah, that was the quote I was thinking of. I couldn't remember. But here's the thing. When we're talking about building a business and making a business grow, one thing you should know about Garrett and I, and we've talked about it in the past few weeks, and it's something that we've long held true, building a business is not to make money. Are there people that I know and could give you names of and examples that were in the right place and right time and made a lot of money? Definitely. But that's not the type of thing that we're talking about. We're not saying like, hey, this is just how you make a buck. There's a million other podcasts and all sorts of things on social media.
There's people that, if you want to build a business that lasts,
right,
it needs to be built on principles. And if you want to know how, if you just study the economy, study the American economy, study the American stock market, go back and look at some of the biggest, wow, those guys, they made so much money. If I could just do what they did, they were focused on money.
Yeah.
And some of the biggest names on the stock market 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, things that are in some of your top index portfolios today, they won't be here 10 years from now. They won't be here 20 years from now. They will die because they've been focused only on money.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And so when we're talking about this, we're not talking about like, hey, here's what you do to make money. And you'll see what we're talking about in a minute. So I'm going to look at this from a marketing perspective. I've been a marketing consultant for, what did I say, Garrett? I did the math, 15 years, over 15 years, which is crazy. And I've done a lot of different things, worked with a lot of different companies in a lot of different circumstances, and watched marketing technology grow.
You've worked with some of the biggest companies that people would know of. You've worked with like some small boutique companies, from coffee to mountain bike products, baseball products,
venture capital backed financial tech, if you know what that is. I mean, I've literally worked in. I was about to name.
Yeah, but a ton of different. You've worked with all kinds of products.
I've worked in a lot of different products, a lot of different industries, business to business models, business to consumer. So what I'm going to bring you is a principle-based approach, like Garrett said, and this has come from a lot of experience and seen a lot of things. But this is if I'm going to oversimplify marketing for everybody. This is really what it is, and I think you'll understand that this is when you win. If you get the right message in front of the right people at the right time, you'll win. I think most people will be like, yeah, that's marketing.
It's oversimplified, but it's extremely true.
Yeah.
Right? Get the right message in front of the right people at the right time. When you, I love the way Alex Hormozy talks about it. He talks about the hot dog stand. Right?
Yep.
Like, you don't have to have the best hot dogs, but when you've got a hot dog stand on the street in New York City when people are hungry, you'll sell all of your hot dogs.
Yeah. I think he talks about you want to get a bunch of college students coming out of a game when there's starved college students coming out of a football game when there's no other food.
You could have terrible hot dogs that cost $9. You'll sell all of them.
Yeah, I always say the best marketing power that you can get is context. Think about how many companies blew up in COVID. Peloton, Zoom, like we could keep going down the list of the companies I worked with. Because context changed, and when context changes, there's always opportunity.
And that's the thing, by the way, that people confuse for luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the Peloton just got lucky. All these companies just got lucky.
Yeah, and what they were doing for years before was their preparation, and then they met opportunity. So good luck to them.